Right now, I am majoring in commerce.
Currently a law student, not for too much longer, I guess.
I want to become an orthopedic surgeon.
My current occupation is I am a golf journalist.
I'm a media personality.
I am an engineer at Gulfstream Aerospace.
Director of Strategic Partnerships and Outreach at University City Partners.
Player development professional.
I am the curriculum manager and instructional coach for grades 6 through 12 and career technical education for a district in North Carolina.
I'm Brittany, and I am a first-year Greater Richmond alumna. So I got involved in the First Tee program thanks to my dad. My dad would play at the First Tee Tattersall Youth Development Center with his friends or with my other family members.
I got involved with First Tee through Brittany Wu. She's a family friend of mine, and growing up, I've always looked up to Brittany as like one of my biggest role models.
So my dad is a huge golf nut. If it's sunny, he's out playing golf. If it's above 50, he's out playing golf. And so he found out about the program and thought it would be a good opportunity to expose us to the sport.
My dad played golf a bunch when he was a little bit younger. We were hitting balls in the backyard, broke a window. My mom wouldn't allow us to hit golf balls in the backyard anymore, so my dad took me out to a driving range, and that driving range was the Tattersall Youth Development Center.
So our dad, he was an avid golfer, and was like, you know what, I think I want my kids to play too.
And my dad was just like, yo, you got to try this First Tee thing out. And it was a game changer for me. Because it was like organized. Like I did like just summer camps, if that makes sense. The First Tee was my first time doing like a weekly golf thing.
First Tee, it was like my second home growing up, and I remember like my parents would just drop us off at the beginning of the day and they would pick us up at the end. And it just was a way for us to be involved in something that at the time we didn't realize was such a bigger thing.
The First Tee welcomed me in with open arms, gave me a place where I could, play a game I love to play while also, kind of in the background developing myself as a person.
Working with all sorts of different people in my job, different groups, different backgrounds, people from different countries. Nowadays, I work with various folks, and we all can communicate, even if we have different dialects or whatever you want to call it. We all sort of have this ability to communicate, and I think my ability to contribute to that positive team environment is due in a good part to what the First Tee instilled in me.
Most important life skills that I've learned from the First Tee program that I use today would have to be utilizing my go-to team. In college, we call that networking. And I think it's just helped me a lot, just being able to just create that network and create that support group, and just also utilizing the resources to just help me explore like different career paths or just get help on like certain projects and things like that.
I've always been one person that wants to operate in the background. And honestly, like a kid, First Tee gave me a lot of confidence where I normally wouldn't have any.
I always knew I was kind of a quiet, standoffish young man, but being with the First Tee, getting to know people kind of came out of my shell a little bit.
The important part is really committing to something, working on something, and if you achieve it, great. If you don't, it's okay. The process is really the important parts.
The First Tee itself has taught me a lot, but through the 9 core values about how to really navigate and not just only use those 9 on the golf course, but to use that in life situations in school or just in everyday life, honestly.
With First Tee opportunities, I was able to fly on a plane by myself, so that was pretty cool at the age of 15. But I was able to travel the country too and meet a lot of other First Tee participants.
Being able to travel with Donald Coleman and other golfers to Peoria to play in a national tournament, I would not have ever imagined that in my wildest dreams.
To play Kinlock Golf Course, which is super nice. Got to play the Foundry. It was a 9-hole speed golf tournament. Definitely something I wouldn't have thought about doing until Craig Wood told me about it.
I went to San Francisco to play it was the first tee, Chesterfield. There was a team Chesterfield as part of the International Children's Games. So it wasn't officially through the first tee, but it was with Craig Wood and several of the students in the program.
To be selected to Pebble Beach, they told us we had to do 2 18-hole qualifiers, and then you had to go through this intense interview to be selected to Pebble Beach. I came in second to last, but when it came down to do the interview process, I dogged it. And then out of everyone in the room, they called me first to go to Pebble Beach. And I was just like, whoa.
So to be able to be somebody that grew up in Northside, my grandfather's house is literally, I can point to it right behind us. To the fact that somebody wanted to invest in us, it was an opportunity for all of us.
And I just remember like girls golf was huge for me. Like that was kind of my first exposure to like, there are other young girls who play golf, and it's like, here's a group of us, and we're a unique group of people. And to not only just do like junior golf with them, but then, you know, some of the girls that I met in girls golf, I still talk to today. Like they're some of my best friends in the world.
First tee has brought a lot of good people into my life. Like I said, my mentors, Craig Wood, Paul Sargent, my 2 best friends. I met them in the program in the 8th grade. We're still good buddies today.
If I never went to the first tee, never joined, my mom never saw anything, I feel like I wouldn't be in the position that I am today. And with all the experiences that I have under my belt today because of the first tee. So it's just I'm really glad that, everything happened the way it happened.